Well, first, we do have some breaking news coming out of the biotech space. Enveda, a clinical stage biotech company, has announced that it's raised $150 million in a Series D financing round. And this development vaults the firm to unicorn status. Startups with a valuation of $1 billion or more do reach that unicorn name. The company also disclosing that Mikael Dolsten is going to join its board of directors after formerly serving as Pfizer's chief scientific officer. Well, joining me now is Enveda's founder and CEO, Wiswa Kaluro. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations. A lot to celebrate this morning. What more can you tell us about these announcements?
Yeah, we have 3 big announcements today, every one of them special. The first, as you recapped, we raised $150 million in a Series D financing in one of the most difficult biotech markets today, getting us to the unicorn status. Second, we advanced our lead molecule, one of the first non-steroidal oral anti-inflammatories to treat diseases like eczema and asthma, into phase 1b trials, which means that they will be dosed to patients very, very soon. And we brought on tremendous talent in the form of Mikael Dolsten, who was the former worldwide head of R&D at Pfizer, to the company. All 3 of those are positioning us to get more medicines, better medicines, faster to patients.
A lot of momentum with this unicorn status that the company has clinched, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's start with the financing round, $150 million now in fresh capital to put to work. How is your company going to deploy that?
The main goal for us is to make sure that our deep pipeline of new medicines that we've invented get closer to patients. So this gives us about 3 years or more of flexibility and over a dozen clinical milestones across at least 4 programs. And these programs are for diseases like asthma, eczema, IBD, obesity, and liver disease, touching the lives of over 100 million Americans, hopefully.
What about your solutions differentiates your company in this space?
You know, in the last 20 years or so, the biotech industry has spent a lot of time trying to understand biology of disease. We asked a slightly different question the entirely opposite way, which is to ask, what chemistry makes the best medicines? And that's when we realized that even though science has only understood a mere 1%, a few 100,000 molecules out of the billions that exist in the natural world, we've gotten about half of all FDA-approved small molecules or medicines that can be taken in pill form from this tiny 1%. So our solution was, actually, let's go start with the chemistry that has been evolved by nature for billions of years and use that to get a leg up on the drug development process. And today, because of our technology that can allow us to essentially do to chemical code what next generation sequencing did to DNA, we can make medicines about 4 times faster and 10 times cheaper in the discovery stage, which means you think about a hypothesis and you get a molecule that is ready to go into clinical enabling studies.
Your company is relatively young, so I want to hear from you as a founder and CEO. How were you able to build this business in such a short amount of time?
You know, it's been 5 years since we went from seed to unicorn in some of the toughest markets, and it's been an incredible ride. I think the big secret for us is our thesis turned out to be extremely fertile. Turns out nature is the most evolved chemist and pharmacologist that you can find. Our technology just opened the floodgates of discovery, but underlying both of these things, I think, is the team that we've built. I get to be here and talk to you about awesome stuff that we've done, but really the secret sauce is that I have a team of 301 people right now that is exceptional world over and deeply talented and committed to the mission.
Your first patient has enrolled in a clinical trial in lead program.
Yep.
What importance is that for the company?
For the company, it is extremely important in that it is demonstration that we didn't just have a thesis or a technology. We were able to apply the technology to create a molecule, put it through the highest bars of what is known as preclinical testing, get the FDA to sign off on our clinical plans and our science, and actually get it closer to patients. And a mere 10% of molecules survive this gauntlet. We have a long way to go, but it's a big step since most companies don't even get there. But much more importantly, I think personally to me and many of the folks in the company, we've all been affected by someone in our family that has a disease that we wished a better solution existed for. And I think today is the culmination of some of that hard work and our ability to feel empowered that we're able to do something about all of those loved ones in our lives.
Yeah, Mikkel Dolsten joining the board, as you referenced earlier,
Yep.
previously the chief scientific officer at Pfizer. What does he bring to the table for your company?
I think Mikkel boasts a humble resume of putting over 150 molecules in clinical trials and getting about 36 of them approved, including medicines like Paxlovid and the COVID vaccine. And his deep experience across all of these disease areas is a perfect match for our own ambitions to be generational, to be around making incredible medicines and molecules that improve the lives of everyone around us, when our children are our age. And I think he's going to get us the experience that is needed across different disease areas to get us one step closer to patients. And I keep repeating that refrain because patients are waiting.
Yeah, okay, so we have just about 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
What else should our viewers be watching for?
Here's a fun fact that most of your viewers likely don't know. We know more about the genes of random viruses than we know about the chemistry of human blood. And life sciences has been locked into a gene-centric view, but a dead cell and a live cell have the exact same genes. So watch out for what happens when we crack the code of living, not the code of life.
All right, Enveda founder and CEO. Such an interesting conversation. Congratulations.
Thank
a lot
you
of
for
news
having
this
me.
morning.
Thank you.
All right, it's Viswa Kaluro. Thank you so much to him for joining.